back to Simply Makeup. In today's video, I am going to rank all 23 Juvia'S Place eyeshadow palettes, and then 2 other palettes from Juvia'S Place that I love dearly. Keep watching, but before we start, another item I received in the comments was, I am perfect for my purpose. I love this. I read this and I smiled and it sank to my heart. I am perfect for my purpose. Let us keep saying, oh, I am. This I am is we're just going to just take this I am to a whole other level, because we all need that bond where we can empower each other. And if our I ams is what's going to do it, let us keep doing it. I am perfect for my purpose. Yes, I am. I love it. I love it. I love all the I ams, but there's some that just hit you. You know what I mean? This one does. Now, without further ado, now I have 23. I thought I had more I thought I had more Juvia'S Place palettes than that, but I have 23 of them. And I have used each and every one of them, and someone asked me to rank them. So this is a requested video. Rank my Juvia'S Place palette. I took all 23 and I put them on the table, and I went and I looked at each one. I thought it would have been harder to rank, but it wasn't. So that was a plus. So we will start with the nitty gritty, the last one. See, I have them in piles and I have numbers written all over them. So this is the first set I'm going to start with. I'm trying for it not to fall because they're small and big and large and everything in between. So this is the first set I'm going to start with. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. I don't want to throw anything down. My number 23 palette is the Nubian by Juvia'S Place. Is the mini one. It is the mini palette. Number 23, Nubian. The Nubian by Juvia'S. It's the mini one. Juvia'S always does a good job with these, right? Take a look. This is what the palettes look like. This little palette is powerful. Yes, it is. Let me go this way. Yes, it is a nude palette, but it is beautiful. All these shades in here are different. Each and every one of them. I'm not going to swatch because I don't want to make this video long. But if you have this palette, whether it's in the big size, the small size, you will see this palette is powerful. So I have used it many times. I've used this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. The only one I've used is this one. But powerful little palette. But this palette right here is beautiful. So that's number 23. Again, number 22. Number 22 is the Nubian 3 Coral. The palette is gorgeous. If you need a nice silver, it's in there. If you need a nice coral, it's in there. If you need a warm brown, it's in there. This is a cute palette. I have used it. If you notice, this one has a lot of use. I've used this one. This is cute. This is a cute shimmer right here. I love the shimmer. I need to start playing with these palettes coming for the new year. But this palette is number 22. Number 21 is the Nubian 2 by Juvia'S. This one is my number 21. Gorgeous palette. The colors in there are just beautiful. When I first got this, I did a Christmas holiday video with it using the green and the blue and the different shades in there. This green, gorgeous. This blue, magnificent. This palette is so pretty, and so you can do so many things with this palette. A lot of things you can do with this palette. One color eyeshadow, two color eyeshadow. This is a beautiful palette. Gorgeous. So it's my number 21. My number 20 palette is the Saharan 2 by Juvia'S. Nice palette. Take a look. You can use this. You can use this orange right here in the fall. You can use this red right here in the holiday seasons. It is just a pretty palette. You can use this blue and this shade in the spring, and you have your neutrals. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. Number 19 is the Wahala 2. This is what the Wahala 2 is. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. You know I like colors. There are a few glitters in there, and that's why it's number 19 for the glitters and all the shades. They're different tones, but there are just so many of them. You see, take a look. So many purples, so many turquoise, so many greens, so many. There are just too many of them, and this is why it is number 19. It is number 19 for that reason. Too many of the same shades. It's like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between the grays and silver, this whole row. So it's like a monochromatic palette, but it's too many of the same shade. All these purples, all these blues, they do show up different, but they're very close. So number 19, Wahala 2. Number 18 is one of my mini Rebel palette, Honey, that was given to me by my sister. Gorgeous. There looks all on my YouTube channel with these shades. This is cute. You can do one, and you can do all 4. You can go this way, and you can do a couple shades. They'll all look close, but this is a cute palette if you don't like a lot of colors. A pop of color and you're good. Number 17 is the Nubian Royal by Juvia'S. And I have dates written on them. These are old. I bought this 10/20, October 2020. That's how old it is. But I love collecting Juvia'S, and these are my collections of them. These are the shades in here. Very, very pretty. This is a shimmer, glittery shimmer. All of these swatch differently. You can do multiple looks with this palette. Gorgeous palette. My number 16 is the Sweet Pinks by Juvia'S. This is what it looks like. And these are the shades. Gorgeous little palette. Each of these shimmers swatch differently. They are beautiful. Love this palette. You can put Nubian, you can put the Nubian Royal with the Sweet Pinks, and you are good to go. You have enough mattes and shimmers. All are different. Gorgeous. My number 15 is the Warrior 2 by Juvia'S. The Warrior 2. Love this. I have played with all of them. Each and every single palette I'm showing you, I have played with them. This one has only 2 shimmers. And the rest, they are mattes. But when I tell you, those are nice, those are nice. You can use this palette anytime and get a different look every time. You have a 9 single eyeshadow looks right here. 1 each day. And if you want, you can go across to get 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You can break it down in 4s. You have 1, 2, 4. You can go 2, 4. You can break the palette down in many, many different ways. My next stack. When you collect something you love, you get a lot of it. And I feel very happy about them. They don't stress me. They don't make me anxious. Every time I look at them, they give me joy. I love them. I love my Juvia'S Place palettes. They are just my happiness. Now, number 14 is the Magic Mini by Juvia'S Place. The designs on Juvia'S Place palettes are just, each palette, they got better, and each palette, the formula gets better. Gorgeous. This palette is cute. I have used it many times. Take a look. Many times I have used them. What can you not say there? There is something for, if you like nudes, there's something for nudes. If you like a pop of color, there is a pop of color. This palette is pretty, really, really nice. So that's my number 14. My number 13 is the Berries by Juvia'S Place. I really, I actually love this palette more than the pinks. This palette, I love it more because I am a very deep tone kind of person. So this palette is beautiful. This shimmer right here, gorgeous. This color right here, beautiful. I love this palette. This is cute. If you want to do a smoky, burgundy, anything, you pull this out and you add a black to any of these colors in there, you are good. You are good to go. That's my number 13. My number 12 is the Tribe by Juvia'S Place. That was given to me by a friend. And I tell you, I was so excited. The formula was nice. Everything worked so well. I mean, this is a nice palette. I have, as a matter of fact, in this, when I use this palette, I actually did an all the colors on my eyes of this palette. Exactly like what I have today. It is so interesting. This palette, the Tribe, I did all the shades on my eyes, and today it just happened that I just did all the shades of another palette. Isn't that interesting? Didn't notice, but this palette is beautiful. Beautiful. This, you can add this with a black, you can add this with a pink, you can add this with a purple. It's dark enough and you have a look. These colors are so beautiful in there. This looks white, but it has like a gold undertone with gold. It's gorgeous. This palette was and is a good palette. This one, the Tribe. My number 11 palette is the Festival by Juvia'S Place. Yeah, this is so cute. Take a look. I have used this palette, but I don't think I played with it much. Except I use this color a lot. Sometimes I take it to put over a black and to give me a different look. But I have not played with this palette much. I need to get back to this palette. This palette is beautiful. Take a look. You have your orange, your pink, your blue. Your shimmers are gorgeous. This color, as a matter of fact, is so pretty. This is the Pantone color of 2024 coming up. So I need to pull this palette out so I can do the Pantone color. Take a look. Isn't it the correct Pantone color? If you have this palette, pull it out because this color is your Pantone color for 2024. Beautiful, very pretty. Number 10 is the Violets by Juvia'S. This palette is my palette right here. Take a look. You can do a smoky. I look using this with any other colors. Take a look. The Violets. Very, very pretty. Nice. My number 9 is the Mauves by Juvia'S. It is higher than the Violets. For some reason, when I look at this, especially the pink and this dark color there that almost made me of a mauve, I think that's why it's ranking a little higher. But you can actually pair these together. You can take the colors in there and mix it with the colors in the mauve, and you will have some colors. These are very, very pretty. If you look at them, they are nowhere close. None of the colors are the same. We are coming down to the wire. My number 8 is the Nomad by Juvia'S. Take a look at this. This yellow right here has little shimmers in there. Very, very cute. This color right here, you can use this all over the eye, or you can use it as a crease color or an outer corner color, and any of these will do. This shimmer right here sparkles beautifully. This palette is so cute. If you have any of these palettes, let me know if you agree with me with the ranking, please. My number 7 palette is the Rebel by Juvia'S. The Army Rebel by Juvia'S is my number 7. I mean, this little grungy palette, for me, it's a grungy palette. I can darken any corner with this, and then I can use this. There are 2 shimmers. This way is matte, this way shimmers, and take any shimmer and put on there and make it a 2 color. I like this. Every time I use this, it just comes out grungy, and I like that, like dark, really good. So this is my number 7. My number 6 is one of my first palettes I bought from Juvia'S. My first set of palettes, because it was 2 palettes I bought, and Zulu was one of the first palettes I bought, and Zulu is my number 6. Here is Zulu. I remember making this look and just having a ball. I used this as my lip color that day. I mean, I love this. This color right here is a perfect blush color. Gorgeous. It's like almost like a burnt orange, not quite burnt orange, but it's close, and it is beautiful. If Juvia'S come out with this alone as a blush, it will be a big seller. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. This palette is so pretty. Take a look at this purple. My pimple, I love it. This color, I have not played with this one a lot because I had the other one. The first one I bought, I had it for like 3 years, so I decluttered it because it was falling apart, and I bought this one. That's why this one don't look as much used as the first one. The other one, I used it all the way. Like, I really used it. So I decluttered and purchased this one because, like I said, it was falling apart. It was that old because I bought it back in 2019, the first one. This one I just recently bought about a year or a year and a half ago. So it is my number 6. My number 5 is the Garden of Juvia'S. I love this. This is a lot of shimmers, pastel color. But when I tell you this pastel work on my skin, so good. And then I take some of these colors, and I mix it with a black, and I have those videos up on my YouTube channel. Gorgeous colors. If you like light colors, pastel colors, this is a nice pastel color for people of my skin tone. It works really, really good. I did lots of looks with this palette just to show you how you can change, take a dark color and add with a pastel and make it something. I did that a year ago when this came out. So this is my number 5. My number 4. It got to number 4. This one broke my heart a little because this is my masquerade palette. I love the crap out of this palette. Like I say with the Zulu, these were the first 2 palettes I bought from Juvia'S Place back in 2019. But then a couple years ago, a year ago, I threw it away and I replaced them because I have used a lot of them behind the scenes, on the scene, and they were falling apart. If you like browns, neutral colors, this is the palette for you with a pop of color. You have all these muted colors right here, and then you have your pop of color if you just want to do it. When I tell you this palette is beautiful, the shimmers in this palette is gorgeous. I say I'm not gonna swatch, but I'll swatch 2 for you just so you can see. The blue, take a look at this. The purple, I don't even know which purple to think because I like all of them. These are so nice. I think Juvia'S did something with this palette that it's bringing back now. Because this palette is gorgeous. When you swatch these colors or even put them on your eyes, this is what I'm talking about. This right here. This is gorgeous. The Masquerade is my number 4 because formulation wise Juvia'S have improved. I noticed that in a couple of their palettes. This is the only reason why this is number 4. This is the only reason why this is number 4. It took a little dip because of formulation, but if you tell me anything, this palette is still ranking up there, but formulation wise Juvia'S have come a long way. So this is the reason why it is number 4. Now my top 3 palettes for Juvia'S Place. You may be already starting to figure that out and just put it in the comments because I think you already know. My number 3 palette is the Culture. You may be saying, Culture, number 3, yes. A lot change. Culture have all the colors I love. I love colors. If you're on this channel, you know I love colors. They are pretty, they are nice, they are gorgeous, they are calling my name every single time I watch those palettes. They're my happy place. I love eyeshadow, and eyeshadow makes me happy. It just makes me happy. But Culture, which was the first out of the Culture and Culture 2, so I call this Culture 1, that's my number 3. And you're saying, but you like colors, why? Well, you'll see why for number 2. My number 2 palette is Culture 2. By no accident, it became too big, it's a Culture 2. But the reason why Culture 2 has become my number 2 is because the formulation from the Culture 1 to Culture 2 shifted. Juvia'S changed something. They did something. They added something. They take away something. They put something new in Culture 2. And that made Culture 2 my number 2 palette. All along it was Culture. Culture 1 was my number 2 palette. Culture 1 was my number 2 palette. But then this, when I bought this and I look at it, yes, there are lots of colors and I love. But my God, when you swatch, I'm trying not to swatch. When you swatch this green right here, my good Lord, you knew Juvia'S was working on something. You knew it. I'll put it right here. This glides, melts, and everything is good. Everything is good. Even the mattes. Even the mattes. And I'm going to swatch this blue right here for you. Even the mattes, you knew something was happening. Something was happening from culture 1 to culture 2. Something changed. So I will put this right here. Here we go. This is my thing. You knew Juvia'S changed and added something to them. So culture 2 is definitely my number 2. Juvia'S changed something and I noticed. Culture 1 and culture 2. Culture 1, culture 2. Culture 1, culture 2. These palettes are gorgeous. Juvia'S changed something. Juvia'S new formulation I noticed was in culture 1. But then when I purchased culture 2, I noticed it was even better than culture 1. So yes, I love colors, but the formulation changed. Juvia'S place is doing something. Each palette, something is happening. So for everyone who's been waiting, I know you have figured it out which one is my number 1. I have been using it all month long, and it is the Afro Galactic palette by Juvia'S Place. Take a look at this. Colors, everything I can ask for in a palette. When you start using this palette, you can tell Juvia'S Place changed, add, subtract, multiply, divide, you name it, something in this palette. Because the formulation between culture 2 and Afro Galactic, you can tell a big difference. These two right here, they are like a cream matte. They're still tweaking it because they're not quite there yet, you can tell, but it is getting better. Hang in there, Juvia'S. Hang in there. Juvia'S is coming for us in 2024 with formulation wise. This palette is so pretty. This Wakanda right here, it looks green. When you swatch it, this is what it looks like. You see it? It's like a blue, green, and everything in between. This color right here called Spiral. This is another beautiful one. I'm not swatching anymore because this video will be way too long. But I am telling you, this Afro Galactic palette became my number 1 and bumped culture 2 and culture 1 and even my masquerade down the ladder, because formulation wise this is gorgeous. If you have it, let me know what you think in the comments comparing this to your other Juvia'S eyeshadow palettes. And the second thing I love about this palette is that this picture is me. I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. And the palette represents itself. When you put it in the lights, you see, it's a Afro Galactic space everything. It does give you that shift. You see it? So there is nothing wrong with this palette. It is just underrated because nobody seems to be talking about it. But it is one of Juvia'S best palette out there right now, formulation wise. So this is my number 1. And I am happy to have this in my Juvia'S collection. So these are my 23 Juvia'S Place eyeshadow palettes. And I love them all. I have played with each and every one of them. Coming this new year, I will be working my way with different old school palettes I have. And we will be talking more about the formulation of them and how they feel and if they still perform well. But But Afro Galactic is my #1 eyeshadow palette from Juvia'S Place. And the two bonuses that I wanted to add from Juvia'S Place is the Saharan Blush Volume 1 and the Saharan Blush Volume 2. You see how dirty they are? I have used them over and over and over. I love these. These I bought back in 2020. And the reason why I know, I used to put the dates on the back of them. You don't hear people talking about these blushes, but those are beautiful blushes. This orange right here is gorgeous. This shimmer right here, beautiful. This gives me a whole other look when I apply this on my cheeks. I don't know what it is about this, but it gives me this gothic kind of look. It might work different for your undertone, but I love it. This is gorgeous. The next one, which is the Saharan one, which as you can see, it is well used. I use it all the time. This is what it looks like. This is what's on my cheeks right now. I just love that. When I want a little darkness, a little oomph, I go here. This one has a tinge of red. It's pretty. Pink, orange. And these shimmers, one is a gold shimmer and one is a bronze shimmer. This one has gold in it and this one has bronze in it. You cannot go wrong with either one you buy. This is my favorite one. This one is my favorite because I can use it by itself or I can mix it with anything else if I choose to. These are my two blushes from Juvia'S Place. Love it. I hope you enjoyed my Juvia'S Place collection eyeshadow palettes and my ranking and my reason why I rank them the way I do. If you have any of those palettes, let me know what ranking you would put them in. I would love to hear that. Today's I am perfect for my purpose. I am perfect for my purpose. You are perfect for your purpose. You are perfect for your purpose. I am perfect for my purpose. Now, this brings me to the conclusion of our video, where I love to leave you a little message. You know your purpose. You have always known your purpose. You know why you're perfect for your purpose. Embrace that. It might not suit or sit well with everyone, but it does with you. So, because it's you and your purpose, do that. Enjoy the journey. Don't rush it. It might not be for everyone, but it is for you. Do your purpose like when you're having a nice beverage. You might maybe like tea, you like coffee, you like a different type of drink. You're sipping and it feels good. Do the same thing with your purpose. Sip your purpose. Always remember you are first. Love self plenty. Take care of self. And keep rising. Don't ever give up on self, because you are special in your own unique way. Life is not easy, and it's not easy every day. It is not always a party. It is not always a happy ride. But we can change how we think, and we can change how we look at it and make it what we want it to be. It is not always going to be smooth sailing. The wind blows different directions for a reason. Some days it will blow your way. Some days it will blow the opposite direction. But set your sail according to the winds that you are receiving. If the wind is coming north, don't set your sail south. Set it north so you can ride with the wind. Make it work for you. Make life work for you. It's not easy, I know that. I am aware of that. But we can make it a little easier each and every day. The days we fall flat on our bottom, let's sit there just for a minute and think of how to navigate the rest of the day. But don't sit too long. The longer we sit, the harder it is for us to get up. Think of it. Refresh. Take deep breath. Decide which way you're going. Am I going to sit there or am I going to rise up and take a step? That's why there's a saying that says, I fall 7 times, but I stood up 8 times. Do the math. Enjoy your day. Stay fabulous. Don't let age stand in your way. Don't let the little things hold you back. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Deep breath.